Yeah, and then you compare that to someone like Will Tennyson, like he says, where in his show day video, he actually had a polygraph test and he did the drug test. So, and so the drama never frickin' leaves. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're back, and we're talking about Hussein Farhat yet again. This is literally the third video out of 5 videos I've posted that are all on Hussein Farhat being natural or not. And you're probably like at this point, Burly Boy, this is the third video now. Are you using his name and this drama for views?
The answer is yes.
But nonetheless, I do want to make a video on this aside from that because I think it's important to talk about. But apparently, I was informed of some information, and I said it in my last video that Anabolic Stick made another video saying how Hussein wasn't actually drug tested at the competition. And then on my first video I made about this, some of you guys in the comments section anyway were basically telling me that the drug tests that happen at natural shows or whatever, they're very, very bad anyway. Like, bad in the sense, like, a lot of the times there aren't drug tests. They only drug test some athletes, and even if they get caught, they don't strip them away of their medals or their placing or anything like that. So I wasn't really aware of this. I've never competed before, so I do appreciate you guys educating me in the comments down below. But we're gonna react to Anabolic Stick's video, and I'll give you my opinion on it yet again.
There was never a drug test conducted in the first place. Stay with me now. So I was working on my response video on the video Greg Doucette made about me when I noticed a very interesting comment that immediately caught my eye. A guy named Sheriff Saad commented on my video regarding Hussein mentioning the natural bodybuilding show. I competed in the same show, same stage, and nobody got tested. A guy even told me afterwards he was on SARMs and competed in the show. Natural shows don't mean much. As soon as I read this comment, I went to his channel, which had a ton of videos and 5,000 subscribers, and then looked him up on Instagram. As you can see on his Instagram, of which he has 40,000 followers, Sheriff appears to be a natural bodybuilder with 13 years of experience. As you can see in his pinned pictures, he did in fact compete in a bodybuilding show and posted a picture of it on the 12th of November 2024. When I scrolled down Hussein's Instagram account to the point he competed in the natural bodybuilding show, I found a picture of him on stage, and lo and behold, it's the exact bodybuilding stage our friend Sheriff Saad was competing on.
So yeah, I did hear about this, and I actually watched some of the other guy's videos, and he's actually quite knowledgeable, knows a lot of stuff. Obviously, the guy's been training for 13 years, or so he says he has, and he has a pretty good physique to prove on it. I do think, I mean, just looking at it, I do think the guy's natural. I mean, I'm not going into too much digging or whatever. And he basically competed in the same show as Hussein Farhat and kind of exposed the whole drug test situation that they did. Obviously, Greg Doucette and Hussein have yet to respond to this, but I mean, the main argument for me anyway on why I believe he's natural is the fact that he's willing to, you know, his claim of I'll give you $100,000, we're gonna do the test, and the fact that he literally messaged more plates, more dates. So I don't think just the fact that he didn't compete and get drug tested proves that he's not natural. Now, I think when Greg was thinking and he's like, okay, he's gonna do a bodybuilding show, it has to be labeled anyways. Maybe, okay, they didn't do the drug test, let's say, but it has to be labeled as a natural show, or else people are obviously going to be like,
Well, you didn't compete in a natural show, which means you're probably not natural.
or else why would you not compete in a natural show? So I do think that that was the right decision to do anyway on Greg's part, because again, like I said, if he competed in the non-drug tested, he would have been getting so many more accusations, I feel like, because it doesn't even say drug tested, even if they're not doing it. So I feel like just just the fact that they have, oh, natural show or whatever, it takes that argument away from people saying, oh, you didn't compete in a natural show, so why didn't you just do that if you were actually natural? So it takes that argument away. So I do think that was the right move from Greg, but what I don't particularly like is the fact that they use that argument to, plead their case on why Hussein Farhat was natural when the test never actually happened. Now, Anabolic Stick's going to go into some more evidence on why it didn't happen. We don't know 110% that it didn't happen, but let's keep watching.
No tests during the show. They both said there might have been a very small chance that the top 5 got tested, but they personally don't think this happened, as they didn't see any evidence of this happening. Sheriff then went on to make a very good point when he said, it was not tested as far as I'm concerned, nobody got tested, but if Hussein miraculously did, he would have obviously filmed it since he had a cameraman with him at all times. It's like the best content for him if he really got tested. Why didn't he think of filming it? There's a video of his entire show day, but not of him being tested. To verify what this guy was saying, I proceeded to watch Hussein's show day video myself, and as Sheriff said, there isn't a single moment within the entire video where Hussein talks about a single drug test, let alone films himself actually taking one.
The fact that he didn't even show it, yeah, and then you compare that to someone like Will Tennyson, like he says, where in his show day video, he actually had a polygraph test and he did the drug test. So I think it is safe to conclude that Hussein did not actually receive the drug test. So again, shady. It is shady. I can't lie. I stand by the fact I believe he's natural, but it's getting a little bit more shady. The big thing, like I said in my previous videos, is we need to see it's gonna take a while, because obviously he has to get tested multiple times. Derek, for more plates, more dates, hopefully gonna test him, and that I think will definitively prove if he is natural or not. But I think their argument as of right now of, oh, he competed in a natural show, so he must be natural, I think that kind of goes out the window. He also brought up the fact that many competitors kind of admitted it as well. I don't know how true that is, but hey, I think we can throw that out the window. I wasn't aware on how loose the drug tests were or how loose the regulations were in natural shows, so thank you guys in the comments. I do read the comments all the time, and I always like to respond, so thanks for informing me on that. Obviously, I'm correcting myself as we speak. So, safe to conclude, he wasn't drug tested, so we can scratch that argument off.
Furthermore, a guy that competed on the natural stage told me he isn't a lifetime natural. He didn't place well, but I don't want to mention his name, so please respect his privacy. He then said, you can mention that some people on stage told me they were not natural, but I can't share their names as it wouldn't be fair to them. I don't know if they would want to share all of this. So as if it wasn't already known that most natural bodybuilding shows are a sham because the drug tests are easy to pass, it has now come out that Hussein most likely didn't even get drug tested in the first place, yet parades his accolade of competing in a natural bodybuilding show around as proof of his natty status.
Alright, but let me know in the comments again your opinion on all this. Again, I love reading the comments, and I do always appreciate feedback, so thank you so much. I also just want to thank you guys on the support on that first video I posted on the situation. Got a lot of views and quite a few likes and dislikes too, and a lot of comments, so I really appreciate it. It really makes me happy when I see people, especially in the comments section, even if they're, maybe a little bit negative towards me, it really does actually feel good when I see people commenting about things I said in the video, because that means I know they actually watched my video. So I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.